A very good afternoon to one and all present for this webinar. I am Dr. S.P. Narkhele on behalf of KKWAG College of Pharmacy Nasik. Welcomes you all for this auspicious event. KKWAG Education Society is a leading educational trust in Nasik district. From past 50 years, it was established by the visionary leader late Padma Shri Karmavir Kaka Sahib Wag. There are total 38 institutes running in 9 different campuses and engaged in studies from KG to PhD in various fields. KKWAG is known for academic excellence and is most trusted brand in education across Maharashtra. India is one of the leading global producer of affordable and cost-effective medicines and vaccines. Skilled and trained professionals play an integral role in the growth of pharmaceutical industry. Pharmaceutical field offers a variety of job and career opportunities to young talented pharmacy graduates with sound background in pharmaceutical sciences. Interview skills are an essential tool for all students in today's world of employment, as there is increasing competition for job vacancies. There is largely due to the rise in graduation rates. Consequently, there are far more candidates applying for the same jobs. The key to effectively interviewing include preparation, energy, enthusiasm, and strategy. Taking the time to do company research, understanding where you fit within the organization, and having a clear idea of what you can contribute. In context to this, our today's event act as a guidance session from experienced counselor. The main focus of this gathering is to aware the students about the job interview skills that helps you to get hired. For this purpose, today we have among us a very eminent personality, Mr. Ravi Vishwanath, Associate Vice President Production, Milan Laboratories, Nasik. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce our today's speaker, Mr. Ravi Vishwanath, Associate Vice President Production, Milan Laboratories, Nasik. Sir has completed Master in Pharmacy from Nagpur University. Ravi Vishwanath sir have vast 37 years of experience in the pharmaceutical industry. He has worked on top technical and management positions in reputed multinational and Indian pharma companies. Sir is Green Belt certified by Milan, and Sir has established Operational Excellence Department in Milan. Sir's job profile include continuous improvement in production and quality, application of Lean and Six Sigma tools in manufacturing cycle, time reduction, yield loss reduction, productivity improvement, Six Sigma implementation, and standard work for all employees, recruitment and appraisal strategy, planning and execution strategy management, audit management program, clean and changeover time reduction, attributing to the capacity generation, and appropriate training to all employees at all levels. Sir is versatile, highly versatile to any working environment and perform well in troubleshooting. Beside this, Sir have strong administrative, technical, and presentation skills. Now, with this beautiful introduction, I request Mr. Ravi Vishwanath sir to take a charge and guide our students. Please, sir.
Okay. Now what I should press for showing the screen?
Yes, sir. Now I will make you the presenter.
Ah.
So you can see show my screen option at your screen.
Yes.
Okay, click on that. Okay, now your
Yeah,
screen
click.
is visible. Yeah,
Fine.
perfect. Your screen is visible, sir. Now you can
Uh,
start.
but this file, this one's not. I think maybe I have to. It's okay. The full screen is seen.
Yes, we can see full screen view.
Okay, fine, fine. Because
You can see on
this,
your screen, sir. Hide
yeah,
presentation view. I told you yesterday that click
yeah,
on
I got
three
it.
dots, yeah, and hide presentation view. So you can also see the full
Okay,
screen view.
fine. So,
Okay, sir.
good afternoon, everybody, and good afternoon, future pharmacists and pharmaceutical industry officers, executives, managers. So everybody needs to have a career path, and we have to be proactive if we need to progress. That is very important. So, what is important for us to progress in life, progress in our career? Important is that we should be proactive. We need not wait for the interview to come and then we don't do well there. But we need to develop, have the skill set before we attend any interview, or we prepare resume, or we have the skill set for the same. So let me start with resume preparation. Then I will go to interview facing skills. Then I will go to the topic of skill development. If anybody has any questions, you can please interrupt me at any point of time. It will be my pleasure to answer your questions, clear your doubts. Okay, so the first step in career development, career progression is to prepare a resume. That's a very important thing. We think that that is not very much important, but that is the most important thing because it is the first step for the recruiter, rather the person who is taking the interview. First thing he will look at the resume. Imagine that one day you get an opportunity to go up the elevator along with the CEO of your company. CEO means a chief executive officer. Then he casually asks you who you are and what you are working on. You have just 30 seconds to introduce yourself before the CEO steps out of the elevator. What will you do? The above is often known as the elevator pitch. Writing a resume is not very different. Your resume stays in the hands of a recruiter for just about 30 seconds. Like the recruiter will just glance at your CV and he will just see the key things. I'll come to that in the next slide. Uh, you should prepare your resume in such a way that it catches the attention of the recruiter as quickly as possible. So the moment a recruiter looks at your resume, you should have the eye catchers. So how can you have the eye catchers? Here are some useful tips to prepare a resume. The most important thing is you have to market yourself. Rather, you have to sell yourself because the better you sell yourself, you have a chance to get the job. So your resume should be like a marketing brochure and not like an autobiography. Be succinct. Succinct means to the point, and highlight your best accomplishments in the first page itself. You do not have to write your entire career history. You can provide those as supporting documents. In other words, in 30 seconds, the recruiter will look at your CV. The bullet point should catch his eye. Like I said, recruiters will usually glance at the first page and decide to go further only if there is a match. So what the recruiter will look at is what job is available and what is there in your CV, whether there is a matching or not. If he finds that the matching is not there, then your chance of getting the job is gone. So to make a resume, you should start with a summary. So use the job description provided by the recruiter as a guide. For example, recruiter will say, I want MSc analytical chemistry candidates. I want B pharmacy candidates. I want M pharmacy candidates. M pharmacy candidates fresh from good academic background, first class throughout from 10th standard to M Pharm. Then they will also ask for any specific projects we require for production or we require for quality assurance. So based on what the recruiter desires, you should make your resume. So very often the recruiter will scan your resume for keywords from the job description and proceed further only if a match exists. So use a tagline for that. So use tagline means it is just one liner in a summary or below your name to give the reader a quick idea about you. Example, for example, the candidate's name is John Smith. He has given the tagline, accomplished healthcare professional seeking a leadership role. So the moment the recruiter is looking at your resume, he will look at this line, accomplished healthcare professional seeking a leadership role. So basically what you're trying to tell him is that you are basically in the healthcare industry. Healthcare means pharmaceutical industry. You are a professional and you are looking for a leadership role. Leadership role means a managerial, higher level job it is for. Means let us say a manager or general manager will be seeking a leadership role. So once you have given that punchline to begin with, the next thing you need to look in the CV is that you need to use very simple fonts and have at least 3 sizes as below. Use adequate spacing between lines. Don't use fancy fonts, colors and other graphics. Besides being jarring, they might not come out well in a print. So use a very simple presentation of the resume. It should be so simple that it should be easy for the recruiter to read, easy to understand. For example, you have to have a font for the resume, one size of font for the heading of the section, then one more size of font for body of the text inside a section. So the font should be uniform. For example, the title font should be uniform throughout. Heading font should be uniform throughout. Body of the text should be uniform throughout. Then make use of a footer. For example, the page number. So suppose your resume has got 3 pages. Then you put in the footer page number 1, page number 2, page number 3. And other details, so email address and phone number also can be form a part of the footer. Then list your career history in chronological or reverse chronological order. Uh, my suggestion to you is that always use the reverse chronological order, because the recruiter is first interested in knowing where you, just before taking this job, where you have done your project or where you have worked. So always have a reverse chronological order. For example, if you are applying for a job where recent skills are important, use the reverse chronological order with the most recent company first. If you are providing a synopsis or summary of your career, use the normal chronological order. Like suppose a fresh candidate, it is not important to have a reverse chronological order. You can go for a standard chronological order. But if you are having experience of 2 years or 3 years in some organization, it is better to have the resume with a reverse chronological order, so that the recruiter looks at what is the most recent education or experience you had, and whether it is of any importance to the job which the company is going to offer you. Then the next is, please avoid unnecessary details. For example, uh, provide only essential details for the recruiter to contact you, such as your name, phone number, email address, LinkedIn handle, option that is optional. So just give this information. Avoid giving details such as date of birth, father's name and profession, Facebook details, and so on. If you are a student, you can mention the highlights of your academic performance. Do not reproduce the entire mark sheet in the resume. So so you can please note down, because this will be useful for you. So please note down whatever I am telling. So use the first person. Highlight accomplishments in the first person using words such as led, managed, designed, and so on. Using first person is better than using second or third person. For example, the software application provided an innovative way to monitor inventory levels and was designed by me. This is a poor way of presenting. The good way is designed an innovative software application to monitor inventory levels. So you see the difference. Just the way the sentence is being presented makes a good amount of difference. Then use metrics to quantify your accomplishments. Metrics means, for example, defects is a metrics. So use metrics like metrics. Another example is how many units or how much volume. These are all metrics. How many years of experience, how much time. These are all metrics. So if you look at this, here it is served as a leader for a company-wide initiatives to reduce manufacturing defects significantly and resolve customer complaints effectively in the first attempt itself. See, such a long sentence, and the recruiter will not have that much patience to read such a long sentence. Instead, you just put it in a bullet point. Led company-wide initiatives to reduce manufacturing defects. Very simple. So you see how the difference is there in the presenting the sentence. So the more you present the bullet points, that will catch the eye of the recruiter, and his perception will change towards you the further he goes through the resume. Then avoid verbosity. For example, break down very long sentences into smaller sentences wherever possible. Use bullet points and indentation. See the example below. I got the Best Project Manager award for 3 consecutive years when I served as the project manager for the underground metro project, which was operating under the auspices of the central government and aimed to provide a faster and quicker method of transportation for working professionals and common people in the cities. You see, such a long sentence, the meaning of the sentence will not come out if the sentence is so long. Whereas you put it in a form of a bullet. Manage the central government's underground metro project. That's it. One best project manager. That's it. Very simple. So 2 bullet points, you are able to cover what you need to present to the recruiter, as well as the recruiter also will just look at this and we will able to, in his short period of time where he is scrutinizing the particular resume, he will understand and perceive it much better than the poor form of the presentation. Then you need to proofread. Proofread means you need to go on checking your resume to see whether there are any mistakes, spelling mistakes, grammatical mistakes, any missing of full stops, commas. So please read your resume thoroughly. Sometimes what happens, we got a habit of, chalo, our friend has prepared a resume, just take and just copy it. Then in copy paste, you may end up putting his name instead of your name. So never make such mistakes. Even though you do such copy paste activities, please, once it is over, you please review it once, twice. I would rather suggest that you must take one of your friends and ask him to read, because he will be reading it without any bias. So he will tell you that, look, see, this is how these particular mistakes you have made, and he will be a better person to correct your resume. Review for all spelling and grammar mistakes. Run a spell check and grammar check using your word processor. Proofread your resume manually multiple times. Sometimes a spell check can miss some obvious mistakes, such as the one below. Project manager for leading IT company. So, see, you are, instead of manager, you have put manger. Okay, that is pronounced as manger. Whereas you see the right way, project manager for a leading IT company. You see that just miss of particular A, you see how the, and if the recruiter is a sharp in reviewing the particular resume, immediately he will say that, look, this candidate is not perfect in his presentation. So the same will be perceived that he will not be a good performer or good in his particular job. So I have talked about what are the tips to make a good resume to attract the attention and perception of the recruiter. Now, this is an example of a sample CV. So you see that what the points I have mentioned, that for example, I have told the tagline, the Mr. Ram Gopal name is there, then you see the tagline, operational executor and Kaizen leader. Then you see that the fonts are same for the headings, career objective and summary has got same font. And you see he has given what is his career objective. So what he is looking at, he wants to be in technical industry where he has got opportunity for career development, and he wants to also personally contribute to the growth of organization. Then in the summary he has given where he is working. He is working as in ABC Laboratories in Mumbai as officer, and department is operations and operational excellence. Then he has got degree in mechanical engineering, he has got diploma in mechanical engineering. Then he is consistently good academic record at diploma and degree. So you see, in just a summary, he has given a bullet presentation of where he is working at present and what are the educational qualifications he is possessing and what are his merits. For example, he's telling the recruiter that I have got a good academic record at diploma and degree. Then he is talking about his work experience. He has got 3.5 years of experience in the company where ABC Laboratories, Mumbai, and he has been working since August 2016. Then he is also mentioning that he has successfully completed project in Hindustan Industries, Ahmedabad. So see, now we talked about reverse chronological order. What I told you that we have to tell first the recruiter the recent experience what we have, we need to tell that first. Instead of telling your academic credentials, you because academic is coming previously. What is coming latest is what industrial experience or what project you have done after completing your post graduation. So here you see he has used reverse chronological order to mention about his experience, and he is also after that he says that I have completed project in Hindustan Industries, Ahmedabad. Okay, is it clear to everybody? So then roles and job responsibilities. So what he has been doing in the current job. So he is preparing daily production planning reports, then lab incidents, customer complaints, then new launches. Then he is identifying project categories with respect to project type, financial benefit type, financial realization plan, project team and sponsor, which constitute the operational excellence portfolio. So you see that first he talks about, he is giving the summary, then he is giving you what the work experience, then he is giving you what are his current roles and job responsibilities. So roles and job responsibilities you have to mention in the detail because the recruiter will be interested in knowing. For example, he is telling what he does. He tracks projects through Gemba Walks. Gemba means the place where the activities happening is called Gemba. It's a Japanese word. So Gemba Walks means where he is going and observing the activities on daily basis. Then he is conducting SIC is nothing but short interval control. He is conducting a meeting of all different departmental heads on daily basis, a short meeting of say 10 to 15 minutes. Then his job responsibility also includes approval of project saving by raising 2B2 for projects, then continuous value stream update on all future state, then online training to operators, to SPTI activities, 6S and lean concepts at shop floor. Then he's actively participating in the global operational excellence calls, weekly calls with appropriate projects. Then in the weekly calls, there is presentation by project leaders. Then there are also bi-monthly calls. So you see, he has given the description of what job he is doing, what job he has been doing in the current job profile. Then he's also, that job description you need to mention in detail. Here he has written that conduct time and motion studies on individual activities of the value stream, preparation communication of monthly MIS is management information system for site, key performance initiatives. Then he is initiating short-term projects at the place of activity. He is ensuring the compliance of standard operating procedures wherever applicable. Then is performing job as predefined approved procedures on shop floor safety. Is supporting site leadership team with the tools useful for right improvement projects. Is supporting all project leaders for data analysis, statistics, presentations for completing projects on time. So these are all the details, how he is given the detail of the job responsibilities. Yes, but as students, you don't have to give so much of detail because you are the fresh first job. You don't have to give all these details. More, they will be interested in your academic means what percentage of marks you have got, then what project you have done in the academic, for example, M.Pharm, you have done project on, let us say, some formulation development of, say, esomeprazole capsule, something like that. So they will look at how you have done the project and what are the percentage of marks, have you got any awards, how your people skills are, your sports activities, extracurricular activities, your presentation skills, all these things they will be looking for. Then, in your case, education qualification is very important. Now, this slide you must see very carefully. The education qualification he has given the B in mechanical engineering from Regional Engineering College, New Delhi with 74%. So you see, he has given in the bullet form that what is the qualification and how much percentage he has got and in which year he has passed out. Excuse me. That is for the bachelor in engineering. Then he has also done diploma in mechanical engineering from Government Polytechnic, Calcutta with 88.48%, and the year is May 2013. So you see, he has just given in such a brief way, like instead of giving marks in each subject, nobody is interested in all that. They are interested what are the cumulative the percentage marks, uh, average percentage of marks in the degree as well as the diploma. Then the SSC also he has mentioned that he has done SSC from Jawahar Vidya Jamshedpur with 89.64% in March 2010. See, one thing recruiter will be looking for is suppose there is a gap in your education career. Suppose you have done SSC in 2010 and you have done B mechanical engineering in 2018. So there is a gap of 8 years. So he will be interested in knowing why there was a gap in your career. So that is one thing which the recruiter will look at. Suppose there is no gap, then he will be happy that you have not failed in one subject or anything like that. You have throughout been a good student. You have continuously uh, pursued your education without any gap. So that is why the dates of passing out in SSC, intermediate, diploma, and B in mechanical engineering will be important. Then, okay, now you are done B Pharm or M Pharm. Now the next thing is, okay, what are the additional skills which you possess? For example, nowadays everything is computer based. You must know the computer knowledge. If you don't know the computer or software knowledge, it will be a negative point for you. So it is equally important. Besides your educational skills, you should have these soft skills. You can call it as soft skills. So I would suggest the students, whenever they have some gap during the, let us say, third year B Pharm, second year B Pharm, fourth year B Pharm, that during that gaps, they should join some computer course, learn some computer software before they get into the industry job. For example, Excel, Word, PowerPoint is a must. This thing, it is a basic requirement for any candidate when he is entering the industry. SAP and Minitab, I won't, but if you have it, definitely you will have advantage over the candidate who doesn't have knowledge of SAP. Nowadays, SAP is it is a software wherein the entire transactions of the organization takes place. So it is very important to have that knowledge of SAP, but not necessary as students. But as I told you, if you are making use of your leave and your vacation to learn such skills, definitely you will have advantage over the other candidate. Similarly, Minitab is not really, but for uh, this candidate, because he is a candidate with the operational excellence background, the Minitab is a software which is very much needed for this candidate. Pro E and Kesha is another software, then ANSYS. So see, these are all examples of different. Then you have the Java. That is also another thing. Then what are the areas of interest of the candidate? That is important. For example, his areas of interest: operational excellence, process improvement, cycle time reduction, production, safety, and manpower management. So see now, for example, as students, what are some students will be interested in production, some students interested in quality control, some students will be interested in let us say research and development, some students will be interested in quality assurance. So areas of interest, if you write, it will be definitely eye catching to the recruiter. Suppose he is looking for somebody for production, and you say that your main area of interest in quality assurance, he will refer you to the quality assurance department for doing the recruitment. So as I say, this is the same thing, just continued. Then now then now you have the basic education, B Farm or M Farm. Then in M Farm, you will look whether you are GPAT or GATE qualified, because whether you have got that master in pharmacy seat by competition, or you have got otherwise. If you are GATE qualified or if you are GPAT qualified, definitely they will prefer you over the non-GATE or non-GPAT qualified person. So if you are having that GPAT qualification, please put in the form of bold letters in your resume. That is very important, because that should catch the eye of the recruiter. For example, in our organization, we give the preference to the GPAT and GATE qualification. If the person is GATE qualified or GPAT qualified, we will give that preference to that candidate. So it is important to mention in your resume that you should be GATE or GPAT. You are GATE or GPAT qualified. So he is now how. One is that you are having basic education, that is fulfilled. You are having that computer education. You have Excel, Word, PowerPoint. What is another important thing is that how you are presenting yourself. That is very important. So what type of seminar presentations you have done? For example, this candidate has done cycle time reduction in fabrication, compression, coating, packing. Then he has done process mapping. He has done 6S. Then he has pre-planned work and operator training he has done. He has done productivity yield improvement. He has done lean technology. He has used lean technology to improve productivity yield improvement. Then he has done 6S. 6S is nothing but workplace organization. Means how a workplace need to be organized. That is 6S. Then you see he has highlighted that projects what he has done. For example, he has done process improvement and work study, one project. Another project he has done pedal operated water pump at final year DME. So these are the projects he has done. So he has highlighted. So if the recruiter, the company is looking for, they are manufacturing water pumps, immediately they will give the preference to this candidate. You see that if he has written in the bold and he has used the within the two apostrophes, he has mentioned that particular project name. So that will be the eye catching for the recruiter. Okay, now we have talked about the education part. We have talked about computer skills. We have talked about the presentation skills. Now, these extracurricular activities and achievements, they are related to the people skills. See, it is not only important in an organization that you are very good, technically knowledge is very good, your computer skills are very good, your means training skills and your um, technical skills, they are very good, your project presentation skills are very good, but besides all this you need to have something called people skills. For the people skills, what are the, you need to mention that extracurricular activities are related to people skills. For example, you have done some present, some seminar, you have given some lecture, you have conducted some webinar, then you have done, see, for example, you attended state level paper presentation at Government Polytechnic, Calcutta. You have secured third rank in all over India in design of go-kart. See, so these are all the, besides your basic skills, you have got these extracurricular activities, and then that means you are a person who can go the extra mile. Means you are a person who is proactive, who has got these extracurricular activities and achievements. For example, you see, you attended national level bike workshop at Amravati College, Hyderabad. You attended annual training NCC camp. You attended 5 days workshop at Kasia training on of Indo-German tool room, Bengaluru. You attended 3 days workshop on basic course on ANSYS mechanical. You have a certificate in NCC. You see, these are all the activities which are not part of your regular education. These are all extra activities, and these extra activities will help you in doing extra activities in your job also. So the recruiter will think that, look, this candidate can do extra job, extracurricular. He can be a good leader. He can do different kind of jobs. He can manage different roles. So this is what the recruiter will think of. Then you give the personal details, address and all at the last. You can also mention what languages you know, because suppose but the job requirement needs that you have to deal with operators, or you have to deal with persons who are doing the manual labor. There, if you know English, it will not be. You should know the local language. Definitely, there will be preference if you know local language. So that is why it is important to mention what are the languages you know. Then another important thing is what kind of hobbies you have. See, for example, this gentleman is where he says he is good singer. He says he is good. He has got very good writing skills, and he plays cricket. See, in organizations also there will be sports day and annual day and all these things. So there, the candidate can be a good participant when he's having these kind of hobbies. For example, when he's playing cricket, that means he will be a good team player. Okay. Okay, now I have talked about how to prepare a resume, how to make the resume conspicuous and obvious to the perception of the recruiter. Now I will talk about interview strategy and presentation. When you are going to attend an interview, what are the things one should know? Okay, I will just read out. First of all, you must walk towards the interviewer with confidence. Don't be nervous. Be bold. Be very bold. Just walk straight to the interviewer and look straight at him. Don't put your head down, then he will think that you are shy. Look straight at his face and walk towards him. Relax. Don't be tense. Just relax. Just for a minute, if you require, just stand, relax, and then walk towards him. Don't get nervous. Don't get afraid. Then show respect to the interviewer. For example, if there is a chair, you ask the interviewer, "Sir, can I please sit down?" Okay. Then you must be thorough with your resume. It is not that you have done some cut paste and you have produced that resume. The interviewer is asking you something about the resume and you don't know anything about it. So that should not happen. Be thorough. Maybe please go through the resume thoroughly before you come for the interview. Wear full shirt in shirt, shoes. You should be properly shaved, decent hair, look fresh. Say suppose you have traveled from somewhere and you are looking very tired, the interviewer will think, "Arey, this fellow is so looking so tired. How he will work in the job?" So you must look fresh, and what you do, even if you have come a night journey by bus or something, go and just wash your face, and you carry a small makeup kit and just some powder, something, just to look bright. Don't look, and your dress also should be neat. You should look fresh to the interviewer. So looking at you, he should get the first impression that, okay, this fellow is looking fresh and he is looking smart. So he will be a good candidate for this job. Then give the brief introduction. If asked, and it should be to the point. Tell your name, qualification, hobbies, family background, and any major achievements. So don't tell about your village and all this. Just be the what is your name, what is your qualification, what are your hobbies, for your father what he is doing, your family background, mother is housewife. Then any major achievements, you say I am a state rank holder. Then you can say I am a cricket player. I played for state level cricket, like that. You should. Then you must listen to the question and then give the answer. He's asking your name. Don't say that I belong to this village. Tell your name. That's all. Stop with that. And if you are not understanding the question, you please ask, "Sir, please, can you please repeat the question again? I was not able to understand your question." Then answer should be to the point. For example, if the name is asked, you don't have to elaborate on family history. If the answer is not known, be frank to say, "Sir, I don't know. I don't know." Please say. Don't give some wrong answer and get into trouble. Then he will think you are trying to cheat. So just give, if you don't know, you please say you don't know. And you can pause. If he asks you a question, you don't have to immediately jump and give the answer. You just wait for some time, pause, think about the question, and then give the answer. If needed, write on a piece of paper to clarify your answer. Suppose you are confident in writing and showing, like you ask, what are the different tests for tablets? Say there is a description, then weight variation, hardness, thickness, viability, DT. If you are, if you don't remember, you just take the paper, "Sir, this I will just write down." So you write down very clearly. Okay. Then once your interview is over, you ask the interviewer about the company. So he will feel that, oh, look, this candidate is, is interested to know about the company. So you ask that question to the interviewer. Okay, with this we are completed how to face the interview. Now I will go to the next topic, that is the skill development. So how you need to develop the skills to perform your job well. So you should have great hopes and dare to go all out for them. Have great dreams and dare to live them. Have tremendous expectations and believe in them. These are all wordings of Norman Vincent Peale. He is the person who has, uh, you know, formulated these three sentences which I have told you. And at this time of global crisis, what is global crisis today? That is a corona. Corona is a global crisis. Students will be wondering, when will my school or college open? Will companies have jobs when I graduate? What will be new normal for business? All these legitimate. See, for example, because of the corona, there are no interviews happening. The recruiters are not visiting colleges. So it is a matter of worry to all the students. So we are facing grim reality, increasing number of infections, fatalities, extended lockdowns. No one knows for sure when or how this will end. So how can students make use of this time and develop their skill? This is what I am going to tell you right now. The best advice I can give is to students is never lose hope. So history offers some great insight on past pandemics. We have gone through waves of tuberculosis, pandemic flu, smallpox. Some have lasted for a very long time, others for a short time. In each case, the world recovered from crisis and came back stronger. For example, corona came. Now we are going to recover from corona. Vaccine has come. Then we will come back to normal. So students should take a long-term view of the situation and look at how the world would be 2 to 3 years from now. By that time, things will have changed for the better. Every cloud has a silver lining. This crisis too offers few opportunities for the wise, as all we know, fortune favors the prepared mind. So this time of lockdown offers great opportunity for students to develop their skills. What then are some of the areas that students should look into? Skill number one, build a habit of continuous learning. Now, change is the only constant. University degree can teach theoretical concepts, but the industry teaches practical skills needed for survival and career growth. Every few years, new skills are added, old skills become obsolete. Hence, students must look beyond their university degree if they need to stay current with the developments in their field. They must focus on mastery of skills and acquire the hands-on training needed for their jobs. They must build a regimen of continuous lifelong learning. There are various online sites that offer such training. These are MOOCs, massive open online courses. Students can learn at their own pace from comfort of their homes. Many of them are free or very reasonably priced, offering a monthly subscription model. So as I told you, build a habit of continuous learning. Keep on learning. It may be relevant, it may be irrelevant, but you should never refrain from learning. Then to continue, here are few ways to learn English. Strunk and White, Elements of Style, High School English Grammar and Composition, Wren and Martin. Use tools like spell check and grammar check when creating documents using Microsoft Word. Then learn to speak and write well in English. You see, this is very important, because if you are joining a company which is having a foreign collaboration, if your English learning and speaking writing skill is a must. In many companies, they also conduct English test, that is English speaking and English writing. And if you fail their test, you will not get the chance. English has become the de facto language for all business all over the world. In India too, companies rely heavily on English for day-to-day business. Students should first learn their native language and then master English as a second language. Communication is power. Learn to express your thoughts clearly in speech or writing. Structured thinking and communication in business is an invaluable asset. Good communication in flawless English will take your career to great heights. If you are a guy who can speak good English, you will grow faster than other candidates. You may also grow faster than other employees in the organization. Skill number 3. Learn basic computer skills for your day-to-day work. Technology is rapidly changing the world. Software and automation are everywhere. 21st century is often called fourth industrial revolution. We have entered age of robotics. Take talking computers, self-driving cars, computers can beat humans in chess and go. So students should prepare to work in a world where there is a high degree of automation and software. To start with, they must become familiar with the use of Microsoft Office. For example, they must be able to create a presentation using PowerPoint, write a report using Word, and create a spreadsheet using Excel. In a spreadsheet, they must master basic techniques like sorting a list of names, calculating sum or average of a set of numbers, and many basic formulas. Here are some useful courses and books for learning Microsoft Office. Microsoft Office 365 for Dummies. Skill number 4 is the learn to code. Famous entrepreneur Mark Anderson put it, software is eating the world. World is increasingly being controlled by software. Not everyone would be interested in software career, but even if one is not planning to pursue this as a career, it is worth spending time to learn the basics of software. It will come in handy in various engineering and manufacturing jobs. Students can explore any of the following skills depending on their interest. Learn to build a simple website, learn to write a simple program, learn to build a simple app for the phone. Here are some good websites. So these are all the websites which will take you to these particular learnings. So to summarize, the world has gone digital. There are a number of online opportunities for students to learn from, ranging from free to paid courses. Students can register for courses with online universities, watch useful videos on YouTube, download and read ebooks on their phone or tablet, and even take exams and get certificate online. Aim high, dream big, make the best use of opportunities available. Carpe diem is a Latin phrase. It says seize the day. So seize the day, that is the day should be in your hands. So any questions and answers? I hope I was able to convey whatever I wanted to.
Thank you, sir. Very nicely you explain about how to build a impressive resume format, how to make our resume eye-catchy to the interviewer, how to put the different points in correct chronological order in your resume so that your resume will be a impressive one. I hope our students have gained all this, they have noted down all these points so that they can build their own resume as the recruiter wants. You explain all this very nicely and in very simplified manner, sir. Excellent way of this presentation. Then you explain about how to go for interview, how you should be, how you look fresh. So these points students have known today and definitely will work for him in their near future. Finally, you explain about the interview skills, the literacy about computer, continuous learning habit to speak and write in English. So all these skills must be acquainted by all the students. It is a need of future. Sir, you explain all this in very short time and in excellent way. Now we will move towards the question and answer session. I request all the students to ask your question. You can speak directly with the sir. You please raise your hand so that I can unmute you from this control panel and you have one-to-one discussion with Vishwanath sir. So I request the student, please raise your hand. Siddhesh Kushare, please unmute yourself. Siddesh Kushare, please unmute. Siddesh, please unmute yourself. Or you can type your question in chat box, Siddesh. If you are facing difficulty to unmute yourself, you can type your question in chat box so I can discuss with the sir. Students are requested to raise your hand so that I can unmute you. Okay. Saurav Karanskar. Saurav Karanskar, please unmute yourself. Saurav, mic is not working. Okay. He has a written question, sir. Will you give some examples that I should include in area of interest if I want to work in production department? Sir,
Should I
he is
type the
asking.
answer?
He has typed the answer that if I want to work in production department, so what area of interest I have to write down in my resume? He is asking like this.
Should I answer it verbally, or you want me to type it?
No, sir. You just verbally speak. So he is
Yeah. See, now
listening to you.
the answer to this question is, if you want to work in production, you write that. See, what you need to write is, suppose you have some extracurricular activities that you need to mention, because in production it is a people management job. That is one. Second is, you should also write you have interest, means you are interested in tablet manufacturing or capsule manufacturing. So like that, if you write, it will catch the eye of the recruiter.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I hope Saurabh, you understand. Siddesh Kushare, please unmute yourself. Can you do unmute yourself? Or you can write your question in chat box. Other students, please come out with your question. This session is beneficial for you. Sakshi Sonavne, please unmute yourself. Sonavne Sakshi. Sakshi Sonavne. Sir, she has asked question. Okay. Zohra Sheikh. Sir, for R&D, what skill set we should develop? Excellent question.
For
For R,
R&D,
what
yeah,
skill set we should develop?
see, for R&D, you should have computer skills. That's very important. Means you should have knowledge of course, basic knowledge everybody need to have. That is Excel, Word, PowerPoint. For R&D, if you have Minitab, it is good. That is for doing the data analysis. Minitab will be very useful.
Okay, sir. Minitab software you
Yeah,
should
yeah,
learn.
Minitab.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sakshi Sonone, type your question. Other students, final year students, please ask your questions. This is for you. So I think no more question from student side, sir. So we will move forward. Now we will move
So,
towards the end of. Yes, sir.
yeah, see, I have given my email ID, so they can write to whatever questions they have to me.
Yes, yes. So all student, please, you can see on your screen at the low bottom end, sir has given his personal email ID. You can post your question, your query, your doubt, write to the sir. Sir will definitely reply on your email. So now we will move towards the end of this session. Vote of thanks, Vishwanath sir. You spared your valuable time with us, with our students. I am from on behalf of our college, our organization, management trustee. I heartily, from the bottom of my heart, I will have to say thank you very much because you have explained very nicely about the today's need from the students and all these points these students have noted down and that will be helpful for our students in their coming near future. Thank you, sir. Thank you for sparing your valuable time with us.
Oh, my pleasure.
Second, thank you, sir. And I am hoping that you will be with us in the next session also,
Definitely.
so that our student get nurtured with the industry needs at this academic level. So when they will pass out with his degree, so they will have a knowledge of the points of the topic about the information they are going to face with his interview. Secondly, I want like to say thank you to our organization KK Education Society, our president, chairman, all the trustee for offering uh, for giving this opportunity to conduct such a program, which are essential for the development of skill set in students. I'm thankful to our principal, Dr. K.H. Jain, sir, for their continuous motivation and support. I am thankful to our all students attendee. They have present over here and listen, understand, and noted down the key fact in today's session. Thank you for your great patience. I like to say thank you to my all colleagues who have supported me directly, indirectly to conduct this program. I'm thankful to our technical team who have supported us to conduct this program. Last but not the least, I am thankful to all who are supported us directly or indirectly in conduction of this program. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Oh, welcome.
Thanks a lot, sir. And we will see the same session, same program in near future also, sir.
Sure, definitely.
Yes, sir. Great session, sir. Great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Now, I herewith conclude the program is over.
Okay.
Yes. Thanks a lot, sir.